Right, I smashed my way out. Costed some issue. Broke a bit of my knuckles on it. But nothing can stop me, and I started to go into a rage, and I found this passage. I think now we're on the right track. Ew! Hello, zombies. I am so scared. Oh, you survived! Lovely. This goes further down. Makes sense if this sarcophagus is deep down as they can. Cute though that they think these zombies are actually like a security force. Let's reload. Bet they have some strong vampire waiting for me here.
Kindred, your presence here violates the agreement between our leaders.
What?
Leave now, or face the consequences of your actions.
Well, you're Ming Zhao's people, obviously. Let us discuss this problem, whatever it may be. Who's going to stop me, you waifu reject? No, let's draw some information out of these fools.
There is an alliance between your leader LaCroix and Mistress Ming Zhao.
Ooh!
You violate the agreement.
Well,
if you do not leave, we are not responsible for your death.
I guess it's logical that a dick and an asshole would stick together. What alliance? What are you talking about?
We'll give you one more chance to leave this place and keep your life. You will go?
No. No, we will not go. Yeah, we will go like we go fight. I've got a mission. I will stay.
The time for decisions has passed.
Fine then.
We Chang brothers accept your life graciously.
Sorry, but you won't get it. I've already lost it. Oh, let's activate the blast shield. Oh! I didn't want to actually have that. Let's actually have the guns out. No, not that! Good, go away. I want a better weapon. Out, and I need... Ow, these claws hurt. Here they come. Ow! Ah, you hit your brother. Ow. Ow. I think I'm not doing too well. Yeah. I have to get the right weapon ready for this. No, not the sword out. Honestly, let's get the... Ow, we need to... Now we just need the aspect ready. Ow. My lord, those claws hurt. Reload faster, damn it! Honestly, this does not work that well. Ow! Ah! But this does work better. Ow! Damn these claws of theirs! Ow! What's that? Oh, that threw me off. Quite literally. Reload. running, keep running. Reactivate all specs. One is almost dead, excellent. That's one. Ah! Ooh, and claws, interesting weapons. Hooray for having machine guns. Other Oriental mysticism and weaponry are no match. It's modern technology and firepower. Superior firepower, even. As well as my magic, obviously. Blood shield is a welcome defense against all attackers. Oh, this is just the stairs up. So this is it, isn't it? That's a nice, nice big stone decorated thing. I have no idea how I'll get this out of here. Maybe, I get some... Oh. I guess, Oh, I guess I just slaughtered everyone upstairs. Right! That makes sense. Keep my new house clean, will you? Ah! LaCroix! I've done the job. Now if you bitch about this, I will shoot you.
Outstanding.
Excellent.
There was some doubt by members of my court as to your ability, but I placed my faith wisely. Finally, the Ankahran sarcophagus is ours. Come, I've granted Beckett's
Sure.
request to study and
Ours.
document all the markings of the sarcophagus. You've met Beckett, haven't you?
Yes.
Let's go take a
Great
look
guy.
inside and see what the commotion around the city has really been all about.
Huh? Should I... No, I'm keeping that for myself. That knowledge, else I'll probably end up on his hit list. Yes, let's investigate this, you fine, trustworthy gentleman.
What have you assessed so far?
Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't be opening Pandora's box.
Excellent to hear.
The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An extraordinary piece, but
Yes.
nothing earth-shattering.
I see. Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't open it. Won't budge. Beckett, do you see any
Bit
mechanism
of
for
a
the lid?
weakling, aren't you?
I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag.
Why won't it... Why won't it open, Beckett?
'Cause you're weak.
I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the Dane. I want it open! You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to. Come get me when a solution has been found.
You know, I can give you a tip.
The
a gem.
depths to which I'll sink to prove others wrong. The young ones get so temperamental. Fortunately for Sebastian, is it? I'd already made up my mind to open the sarcophagus, if only to show the city that Gehenna, contrary to popular belief, has not begun.
I like that attitude. Oh, got any dynamite? We can blow it open with that.
Oh, yes, how foolish of me. That would be the sound, reasonable course of action. A priceless piece of history, by all means. Run out and pick up some TNT.
Well, it works. And, you know, you said it was an unremarkable piece. Like, beautiful but unremarkable. And, well, what is the historical significance? I say we blow it. Sure, where can we get some then?
How have you gotten this far? Here's what we're going to do. I know of someone who can help. His name is Dr. Anders Johansen, a professor of archaeology from Norway. He was the one responsible for finding the sarcophagus, and as far as I know, the only authority on its origin and design.
And where can I find this Anders Johansen?
Until yesterday, he could have been found in his suite at the Empire Hotel downtown. But when I stopped by earlier this evening, all I found was spilt coffee on a morning paper. Appears he's been abducted.
That's bad. Maybe he left some... By who has he been abducted?
I detected the scent of myrrh incense, which is usually burned in monasteries. Also, I found beach sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting two and two together, I located a monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding Johansen captive.
That's quite a bit of deduction right there. You figured all of that out from sniffing around his room?
Actually, there were 2 hunters on the roof of the building opposite the hotel who were positively delighted to tell me everything they knew, provided I stopped dangling them head first over the side.
Well, they didn't have strong faith then, did they? But what would hunters want with an archaeologist, actually?
The
Is he a
hunters
vampire?
abducted Dr. Johansen for his own protection. Or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the Society of Leopold and used, quite ingeniously, as bait for Prince Lacroix's minions.
So we are going to go in there and give them what they want, then. We know about the Society of Leopold.
You'll have to go to the monastery and find a way into the tunnels beneath, where the hunters are holding Johansen. I'm afraid I can't accompany you, but then it's best you go alone. Too many of us might set them off, like fundamentalists on contrary opinion.
Oh, right. So how do I get there?
I wouldn't recommend walking. Certainly Sebastian's already provided cab fare. I'm sure he always spares no expense when archaeology is at stake.
Yeah, sure. I have some questions before I go, actually, Beckett.
Excellent.
Anything you can tell me about this Society of Leopold?
The Society, for the most part, knows very little about us. But they do know how to kill and torture us, and that's enough. Also, some of them exhibit powers that can make them quite formidable.
Oh?
Best not to announce yourself.
And you spoke of Gehenna before, stinks of sarcophagus.
Well, if we open it up and the world ends, then yes. If we
Hence
open
the
it up and the
TNT
world does not end, then no. I'd wager the latter.
But if we use TNT, then if we open it, and no matter what will happen, we will, if it's something dangerous in there, we will just blow it up. It will be solved. I think my plan's brilliant. Have you already learned anything of the Thin Bloods?
How any sane kindred could think these poor unfortunates are an immediate threat to us is absurd. Most were afraid, or at the very least uneasy around me. Tragic. Their desperation could very well hold the spark of revolution, however.
Are there that many then? Why leading such a revolution, actually? I'm going to make note of this. Possibly plot a revolution against the prince. Tell me of yourself, then.
I've said quite a lot about myself already. I know even less about you than you do me. Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Excellent! If you have a few hours, I'll tell you some more about it. Actually, well, appreciate your interest, but I'm fascinated by...
Then I'll let you in on a little secret.
Oh.
Beckett may not be the name I was born with.
Oh.
Events always seem to unfold wherever I go, like Chicago a few years ago. Oh, it's a bother to explain. Either I'm pursuing fate, or it's got a bone to pick with me. Unless you've got
I don't
further
believe
questions,
in fate.
I'd really like to get back to looking at the sarcophagus.
One more question, actually. Ah, nonsense. I'll go get the professor.
Remember, Dr. Johansson is an innocent. He has no idea we actually exist. Try not to put the idea in his head.
Will do. Nice dagger. You have anything to say, Sheriff? No.
Did you find a way to open the sarcophagus?
Jesus, man, relax! Getting that explosive was quite an expensive ordeal already.
I understand. I'm sure you'll find this suitable recompense.
Thank you. Thank you. I have some questions then.
Which is...
What do you know about the Kuei Jin,
Traditionally,
eh?
the Kuei Jin has stayed in Asian territory, and the kindred Europe, and later North America. But recently, they invaded the West Coast, killing off a substantial number of anarchs. They lack the organization of the Camarilla, and think nothing of breaking the Masquerade. Though we share similar traits, there is no fraternity between us. We embrace. They rise from the grave. They do not know the pleasure of blood. They are without clan. And oh yes, they believe our kind to be inferior. They are as much of a threat as the wolves.
Wolves? What wolves?
Werewolves. I can still recall a time when cities were surrounded by miles of forests full of the beasts. But progress has taken care of that problem.
Uh-huh. Werewolves.
Which is...
So what do you really think is inside the sarcophagus?
If you didn't take the time to ask, perhaps we'd know by now. As I mentioned before, my concern is that it pertains something supernatural. Though Beckett has waived this theory altogether. The city is alight with dread. Perhaps it's an antediluvian.
Yeah, antediluvian.
A joke?
I've heard that.
The antediluvians are the mythical progenitors of each of the clans for whom they trace their bloodlines. And according to mythology, descendants of Cain, the legendary first vampire.
Cain, eh?
As in the biblical Cain and Abel?
Yes, yes.
Before you put too much stock in it, realize that the church and all of its mythos are blends of kindred and mortal meddling. Whips to regulate weak minds. This is all Beckett's field of expertise. If you want a lesson, merely ask him.
Right, I will. Bye-bye. Had to be snide again, had you? Jerk. Well, let's head home. And, spend some time with Heather before all this mess. I hope the hunters don't come for her. That will be awful. Oh, actually, we have that book to hand in, for that weird vampire that lives there. Should I go home first? I'll go home first. Need to check if Heather is alright. If the hunters kidnapping people, might tired me, though. That's hard to do, I suppose, in a Tremere stronghold. Any mail? Nope. Hello, are you? Ooh. Nice poster. Gary came through again. Oh, I liked it in that one more. More artistic.
Master?
You seem fine. Excellent. Return later. Let's see. Any new emails? Yes, 2 of them. Next. 11. Want to learn? This is it good? Uh-huh. Oh, it's Gary again, messing with me. How have you been, boss? Same trails before. Got a surveillance shot of a certain Kuei Jin. It would be degrading to Photoshop it into a tacky poster, so that's what I did. Yours for a song, actually a tape. Something Amalia did before I could put a bite on her. Like to keep records on the kids. Here's last year's Jockshot magazine swimsuits, 2-handed pointy. Oh, I have that one. Alright. Next one. Success of a campaign is weighed in the commitment of your opponent. Nice lesson. I like that one. And we have that tape, so... We'll deliver that. Yes. Jigsaw perchance someone gone wild. Excellent. And we'll hand in a Giovanni book. And then relax for a change during the night. Maybe learn some new magic. That seems like an excellent idea. Well, magic can always be useful. A lot of stacked up knowledge and power stacked up, which we should use. Especially if we go face hunters. Oh, there's a business card. Oh, that was probably... Ah, here we go. This will get us a lot quicker too. Yes, here we go. Nice and smooth.
Yes.
Here's the book that you were looking for.
The Voce del Morte. The Giovanni never willingly share their secrets, and I've had little success infiltrating their strongholds. How did you
I
obtain
did.
this?
Well, you know, bit of smooth talking and all of that. Nice lady let me down into the basement. We're a bit distracted, I was able to slip
It
under
will
the
take
radar.
some time to translate and unlock the secrets of this. I will have to move on from the city to evade any Giovanni seeking it. Take this. This will complete the terms we agreed to, and I think it is adequate compensation. It is the key of Alamut.
Oh.
It instills dread in those that would harm you, and makes it harder for them to strike you. Make no mistake,
Excellent.
our dealings do not make us allies. If indeed we meet again, do not ask me for any favors. I will give you this final advice, however. Leave this city. These are its final nights. Discord looms heavy.
Hardly.
I felt this before.
Hardly. I will reap this discord and make it my own. Thanks, but I think I'll stick around. Goodbye. Creepy one, that one. Glad she's leaving. And indeed we won't be allies next we meet. It will probably be on the battlefield. Well, a great battle looms us. I'll head home and start studying. Then be ready for more combat and magic and all of that later. So till later. Bye bye.